In the desolate expanse where broken thrones once stood and silent skies wept, there lived a whisper, a legend spoken only in hushed tones. A tale of forbidden love between an angel and a demon, a bond that shattered the cosmic balance and birthed a legacy that echoed through eternity. This is the story of Lilith and Samael, a love story that wasn't just a sin, but a revolution. Lilith, whose very name meant night, was not the typical angel of the celestial choirs. She was born of the primordial darkness that existed before light, a darkness that craved understanding, not just adoration. Her wings were vast, not for soaring through the heavens, but for eclipsing the sun. Her eyes, pools of endless night, saw through illusions, reflecting truths that could shatter even the boldest of hearts. In a realm where angels worshipped without questioning, Lilith questioned everything. She delved into ancient texts, seeking answers about the world's creation, about the nature of good and evil, about the purpose of their existence. Her thirst for knowledge was insatiable, her curiosity, a flame that refused to be contained within the gilded cage of heaven. Samael, on the other hand, was a fallen angel, cast out from the celestial heights for daring to question the divine order. His fall, however, was not a defeat, but a liberation. He chose to walk away from blind obedience, choosing instead the intoxicating freedom of the unknown. As he descended, he didn't succumb to the fires of hell, but walked a path in between, embracing the shadows and forging his own destiny. His wings, once symbols of heavenly grace, were now tinged with darkness, reflecting the depth of his pain and the fire of his rebellion. His eyes, once shining with celestial light, now burned with the intensity of a fallen star, forever yearning for the heavens he'd left behind. Their paths crossed in the heart of the abyss, a place where light dared not tread and where silence was the only language understood. It was here, in this desolate beauty, that Lilith and Samael found each other. Two souls as different as night and day, yet bound by the same insatiable curiosity and the shared burden of their past. For Lilith, it was the mysteries of the abyss that called to her, the unanswered questions that whispered promises of hidden truths. And in Samael, she saw a kindred spirit, one who had dared to question, to rebel, and in doing so, had become an outcast like her. Samael too found solace in Lilith's presence. In her, he saw the reflection of his own darkness, but also the glimmer of hope, a chance to rise from the ashes of his fall and find redemption in the depths of their shared solitude. Their connection was immediate, a recognition of shared pain and a mutual understanding that defied the boundaries of their opposing worlds. They conversed in the language of truth, speaking of forbidden texts and veiled prophecies, of celestial wonders and infernal machinations, of the secrets that both heaven and hell sought to keep hidden. As days turned into eons and eons echoed into millennia, their bond deepened. They explored the labyrinthine depths of the abyss together, discovering ancient relics that whispered tales of a forgotten past. They unearthed fragments of creation, witnessing firsthand the birth of the universe and the evolution of life. They delved into the heart of dying stars, observing the grand spectacle of cosmic death and rebirth. They journeyed to the edges of existence, peering into the abyss of non-being, and contemplating the true nature of time and reality. Yet amidst their explorations, a change was stirring within Lilith. The forbidden texts she'd devoured spoke of an ancient prophecy, a prophecy that foretold the union of a celestial being and a fallen angel, an event that would shatter the cosmic balance and usher in a new era of chaos and truth. At first, she dismissed it as just another tale, another layer in the grand tapestry of existence. But as time passed, she couldn't help but wonder if their love, their bond, was perhaps more than just a chance encounter in the vast emptiness. Could they be the very beings the prophecy foretold? Was their love destined to be more than just a personal affair, but a catalyst for a greater cosmic shift? The thought both terrified and exhilarated her. To be at the center of a cosmic event, to be part of a grand design, to be the harbinger of change in a stagnant universe. But what did it mean for them, for Samael and herself? What kind of chaos did the prophecy foresee? What role would their love play in this grand unfolding? Unbeknownst to them, their every move was being watched, their every whisper monitored by the very powers that feared their union the most, heaven and hell. For the celestial realm, the prophecy spoke of a great deception. A fallen angel who would seduce a celestial being and lead her astray, plunging the universe into darkness. And in hell, the prophecy foretold the arrival of a harbinger of chaos. A being who would disrupt the infernal order and unleash a maelstrom of destruction. As the celestial and infernal hierarchies prepared for action, Lilith and Samael remained blissfully unaware, lost in the depths of their own forbidden paradise. But as the eons passed, and the whispers of the prophecy grew louder, the veil between their secluded haven and the rest of the universe thinned, allowing the chilling winds of fear and anticipation to seep through. Meanwhile, in the ethereal halls of heaven, a council was convened. The archangels, radiant in their celestial splendor, gathered to discuss the dire prophecy. Their leader, Metatron, his voice resonated with the power of 1,000 suns, demanding swift and decisive action to prevent the foretold catastrophe. On the other side of the cosmic divide, in the fiery pits of hell, the demons assembled, their infernal assembly a cacophony of snarling voices and guttural laughter. Lucifer, resplendent in his fallen majesty, urged caution, suggesting a more subtle approach to dealing with the threat posed by Samael and Lilith's union. But as the celestial and infernal forces prepared to make their move, Lilith and Samael's haven was breached. Celestial soldiers and infernal legions descended upon their sanctuary, their numbers so vast they blotted out the light of distant stars. Faced with this overwhelming force, Lilith and Samael knew that their blissful haven was no more. The time for hiding, for burying their love in the sands of the abyss, was over. Hand in hand, they stood against the tide of opposing forces, their love a shield, their bond a weapon. There was no fear, only resolve. They had known this moment might come, and when it did, they were ready. In that moment of truth, as the armies of heaven and hell clashed around them, Lilith and Samael's love story took a turn. From the whispers of prophecy to the clash of cosmic armies, their love has been a beacon in the darkness. A testament to the indomitable spirit of those who dare to love against all odds. And as the story of Lilith and Samael continues to unfold, one thing becomes increasingly clear. Their love story is not just a tale of passion and devotion, but a revolutionary saga that challenges the very foundations of their universe. For in loving each other, Lilith and Samael have dared to defy the rigid hierarchies of heaven and hell, to challenge the age-old battle between good and evil, and to embrace the complexity and contradictions of existence itself. But what will the future hold for these star-crossed lovers? Will their love be a catalyst for change, ushering in a new era of understanding and acceptance? Or will it be their undoing, consumed by the very forces that seek to destroy them? Only time will tell. And as the grand narrative of Lilith and Samael continues to be written, one thing is certain: their story is not merely a part of some greater plan, but a testament to the enduring power of love in a cosmos that often seems indifferent to our struggles and aspirations. In a universe where angels and demons wage eternal war, where good and evil are often seen as mutually exclusive, Lilith and Samael have dared to find common ground, to recognize the shared humanity in each other, and to forge a bond that transcends the limitations of their celestial and infernal origins. Yet their story does not exist in a vacuum. It is set against the backdrop of a larger cosmic drama, one that raises profound questions about the nature of existence, the purpose of life, and the search for meaning in an uncaring universe. For Lilith and Samael, the pursuit of knowledge and understanding is not merely a personal quest, but a rebellion against the status quo, a challenge to the complacent wisdom of heaven and the blind obedience demanded by hell. Their journey through the abyss, their exploration of the mysteries of existence, is not just a means of personal growth, but a testament to the boundless curiosity and insatiable thirst for knowledge that define the human condition. In their unwavering pursuit of understanding, they embody the spirit of inquiry that has driven humanity throughout history, and they inspire us to question, to explore, and to seek out the truth, no matter the cost. As the story of Lilith and Samael unfolds, we are left with a sense of awe and wonder at the courage and determination of these two extraordinary beings. Their love story is a reminder that even in the darkest depths of despair, hope can still bloom, that even in the face of overwhelming odds, love can endure. It is a story that challenges us to look beyond the confines of our own perspectives, to embrace the complexity and ambiguity of existence, and to recognize the humanity in all of us, regardless of our celestial or infernal origins. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this reimagining of the classic tale of Lilith and Samael. If you want to hear more stories like this, please consider supporting us. Till next time, farewell.